I've just finished Waterstones Book of the Year from 2024, Butter. Now, this story is actually based on true, and I don't want to give you any spoilers or anything like that, but the real story that you find out at the very beginning of this book is that there is a woman in prison, and she is in prison in Japan for killing men, taking their money, giving them lovely food, and killing them. And this story is about a journalist that wants to go and interview her and try and write an article about her. And it's basically about how her life starts getting really messed up by the prisoner. The main protagonist of the book is the journalist, and her name is Rika. And the name of the prisoner is Manako Kaji. And it's all about how their lives almost start to get twisted into one, but the heavy themes through this are really about misogyny and about sexism, and really about how women's bodies are still highly criticized in the media and in society, and how that plays out in Japan even now. I did really enjoy this. I struggled to know what to rate it. I ended up rating it a 4-star, but honestly it probably sat at like a 3.75 for me. It wasn't that I couldn't put it down, but I really wanted to get to the end so I could Google what actually happened in real life. So that's why I don't want to give you any spoilers, because I want you to be able to do the same thing. It did keep me guessing all the way through as to, right, what really did happen here? How is this going to play out? How is it going to end? What I also really enjoyed about this book is that I was listening to it as well on audiobook. And I'm not sure of the woman's voice who was narrating it, but I loved her voice. And there are big excerpts of this book where they're talking about food and butter specifically. And it sounds like you're reading some kind of like food pornography book. And I actually really enjoyed listening to those things. Just like the way that the narrator was saying them, her voice just fit it so perfectly. And she sounded just so smooth and eloquent. And what I also really enjoyed about it is because it's translated from Japanese, it was amazing hearing like what I'd envisioned the words to sound like when I was reading and the names, and then actually hearing somebody who is eloquent in the Japanese tongue, actually how then it sounds when she was pronouncing it. So overall, yes, I did give this 4 stars on Goodreads. And would I recommend it? I would recommend that you read this. Would I recommend that you read it next? Not necessarily, but I do think it deserves a place on your TBR.